What is up? What is going on, people? Dave at SVA Card Collectors. It is Friday, and I am still at Lancaster, PA. Doesn't mean I will not give you a podcast, though. We'll be talking about eBay. Do you know your way to my eBay? They don't have those commercials anymore. I don't know why they don't have those commercials. Maybe because they stunk. A couple people have asked, what is the difference between all the different stores that you can get? Why should I get a store? Should I get a store? How should I get a store? I don't know. I couldn't think. I was doing the who, what, when, why, and how. It really didn't make sense. So I'm going to go. Hopefully I don't get hit by this car. Almost did. So anyway, they have 5 different type of stores. To be honest with you, there's 3 of them that you're really not going to care about. Unless you go balls to the walls and you start becoming a big-time baseball card maverick. You have the starter. Now, all of these I'm going to give you prices is if you pay the yearly cost. If not, they're going to be more money. I think it's like, for example, if it's $4.95 a month with the annual subscription, I think it's $7.95 per month. So you have the basic, you have the starter, the basic, the premium, the anchor, and the enterprise. Throw away the premium, anchor, and enterprise. You guys ain't looking at that. But the starter is you guys get 100 listings for $4.95 a month. You know what? I'm going to go through the prices first. So the basic is $21.95 per month, annual subscription. Premium is $60 per month. Anchor is $300 per month, and the enterprise is $3,000 a month. You got to be doing some things there, buddy. So, starter. That's something you're not 100% sure about eBay. You want to try it out, and you want to get just a little bit like professional. Now, when you have the starter, you will have a storefront. So you'll be able to have a nice little picture and you can call whatever the hell you want to call. It's starting to rain. That can't be good. You probably hear everything and you're going to hear my, oh no, you won't hear it. It's not too bad. So the only thing is you don't get any free auction listings. You have to pay for them. And I believe it's 30 cents. They run deals, guys, so a lot of times they go, hey, you can do 50 for free auction. They do it all the time, every single month or every other month, so it's not that big of a deal. I'm not a big fan of auctioning. That's where most of the time you guys buy it for cheaper. The only thing that's good about auctions is steady flow of income. Meaning, if you have 10 listings and you do an auction and you have them end for a week, well, you'll know that you'll have 10 sales at the end of the week. And you can somewhat rely on that money coming in. Obviously, not everyone's going to pay, but for the most part, everyone pays, and then you'll be able to ship everything in 1 day or 2 days. So one of the good things about doing auctions. But you don't get any of those, so you get 0. The final value fee is 10%. Now, what is that? If you sell a card for $10, you're giving eBay $1. And then if you're doing PayPal, you're giving them about 3%. So always figure 13%. All right, guys? And they have a slew of other things, like guitars and basses, computers and things like that. They all have different percentages that you get. Actually, what it's really good for, if you sell electronics, the higher you go, they bring down that percentage a lot because typically it's going for a lot more money. So it usually is like 4%, but not for baseball cards. Even though that is the number one thing that sells on eBay, they say go scratch. I hope this isn't too bad. It is raining pretty hard. And I hope it doesn't sound horrifically bad. Sorry, guys. Next one is basic, and you get 250 free listings with that. You also get the Terapeak research tool. Now that could be something that you may want to spend extra. Now, this is $21.95 per month if you pay the yearly subscription. You get 250 free auctions as well. So if you like doing auctions, you get that. Now, realize, when something ends, now I say 100 or 250 free listings, unless you're doing it good till cancel, or good till expired or something like that. That's 30 days. Once that 30 days is up, they renew it on you just like that. And if you're adding a bunch of cards and you're doing single cards and you're really trying to push it, you may get to that point where you start hitting your quotas for that month. So just be careful of that. If you list 100 and you sell 90 and you list another 100, the 90 that didn't sell, they're going to be relisted, and you will then go over your limits. So you'll have 190 cards being relisted, you understand, for that next month. So you may want to go to basic if you're going to be doing, moving on this. If you're going to not be pretending and making bank, bro. Now with this, 9.15 is the percentage it goes to for baseball cards. Now, no matter how far you go to enterprise level, you spend $3,000 a month, you will only get 9.15%. You do not get any better. It used to get a lot better, but not anymore. Now, with this stuff, the one thing that is good, but again, not for us. It seems like everything is not geared towards baseball cards for this. You have a maximum final value of $350. What does that mean? I'll do 10%. I know it's 9.15, but my math is no bueno. That means if you have a $3,500 card and you sell it, it's $350 they get to take out because they take out that 10%. I know it's 9.5 for this basic. I just can't do math. So just say it's a $4,000 card. Usually it would be $400. They can't take that much. They can only take $350. That's the max that they can take. So just, if you're selling really high-end cards, that's one of the benefits. You also get $25 of eBay branded supplies, shipping supplies. And then they pretend to give you discounts on business services. They'll say, hey, you can get 10% off of business cards or some nonsense. That's stupid. So that's not why you go for it. Now, premium is a big leap from basic to premium. And I believe this is the $60 one. And I'm not going to go into the other ones because if you're doing that much, you don't need me. You're on your way already. So there you get 1,000 free listings. And you go, wow, that's way too much. I'm never going to do that. In my example, if you do, 100 listings, and you can each month, and you're consistent with it for 5 or 6 months, you're not selling 100 cards per month. If you do, you will be lucky. You would be doing amazing if you sell 50% of your store. If you list 100, that would be insane. So if you do that by 4 or 5 months and you do the math, you're still gonna have 300 to 400 listings, or whatever, 350. You'll be over that $250 limit, and on that you get 25 cents additional. There's an additional fee to list once you go past your allotted listings. So if you really are pumping out a lot of listings, you're doing a lot, you may need to go to the next one. You may need to go to the $60 one. But again, I think really you should start off with the starter, and if you really start moving and buying a lot of cards and you're doing a good job, go to basic. I don't think you need to go unless you are opening, you become a stud and you're opening 10 cases, you start really getting into it. Then you need to move up. But I don't see that being the case. But I could see people moving up to premium if you really get into it. And you get 1,000 free fixed, 500-month free auction. You get the Terapeak research, but you only get 9.15%. It doesn't go up. It doesn't go down that percentage, which sucks. You get $50 of eBay branded shipping supplies per quarter. I'm sorry, I didn't say that before. Per quarter. Just to let you know what the Anchor is. The Anchor is 10,000 free listings. The Enterprise is 100,000 free listings. Like I said, you ain't gonna worry about those two. And I mean, really, there's not much. I don't see anything. They don't even give you credit towards promoted listings until you get to that Anchor store. Anchor store is a lot, man. Anchor. I don't know too many people have an Anchor store, but yeah. So those are the differences. My suggestion is you get the starter store and start off. You don't need to, but it's good to have a place, a store, so people say, hey, this guy's somewhat taken serious. You can do promotions. You can, hey, buy one, get 3 free. You can go on vacation mode, where if you go on vacation, you just hit a button. Now, you can also do this by selecting everything and changing your handling time to some crazy, 15 days. I've seen people do that. I've heard good things and bad things about each. There's really no good or bad. Some people go, well, if you put it on vacation, it takes a lot longer to rank on eBay again once you come back. I have not seen that at all. I've seen stuff being sold while I was on vacation. I think it's a good idea to change your handling time. You just select everything and change your handling time, because I believe you do get punished if you're on vacation mode and someone does buy something and you have 1 day handling. Even though you're on vacation, it doesn't mean that you stop selling. So I've heard people say they've been punished. I have not been punished when I did it. I didn't rank lower. I had the same amount of sales. So I don't know. No one really has a good. If anyone says I figured out eBay, I know how to list on top, get the top listings, I'm going to tell you they're lying. No one really knows. The way you do it is you have a good reputation. You do, you do everything that eBay wants you to do, and you'll rank high. That's what it comes down to. They want free shipping and free returns. They want 1 day handling. If you could do same day handling, that would make them even more happier. They want you to list constantly, every single day. You do all those things, you're going to be at the top. They want you to do promotions, do promoted listings. You'll have your promoted listings, and then you'll have your listings on top as well. No joke. You do that stuff, you will always be there. You don't have to pay anyone. I'm telling you exactly what they want. Do you want to handle that? Do you want to deal with that stuff? I don't know. Do you want to deal with people going, I don't want this anymore, and you're going to pay for me to send it back to you? And then you got to just keep the card, depending on how much money it is. So some people, depending on how you deal, if you deal like it's a business and it's like, hey, I'm going to make a go at it, then yeah, maybe you do that stuff. If you're just trying to get money to recoup so you can buy more cards and go broke, maybe you don't. Maybe you don't go through all that process. It does become annoying sometimes. You're dealing with returns. It's very rare I deal with any. Actually, I've never had a return, knock on wood, on baseball cards. Electronics, a ton. All the time. I would say 30% of the time. But I'm making such good margins that it's not terrible. It doesn't kill me. But you don't have to deal with that with baseball cards. It's a PSA 10. They get a PSA 10. They're not going to be like, oh, this isn't what you said. It is what it is. So you don't have to worry about that stuff. So those are all the subscriptions, the store subscriptions. Again, you don't need to do anything. They usually give you 100 free listings, and they have promotions where you can list more stuff, and that's that. You don't need to worry about that crap. But I suggest just even getting the starter store, make you feel warm and fuzzy. I have the starter store in one of my eBay stores. I don't have anything on the other one because I haven't been consistent with posting my cards, so it really didn't make sense. If you're being consistent and you are doing this all the time, get the store. Get a starter store. Even I would say get the one right up, the basic store. So at least you get the Terapeak and you can use that information that gives you solds, so you know what things have been selling for, I believe, more than 3 months. So use those tools. And it gives you, there's a whole bunch of stuff that it gives you with the stores with regards to, you can create your own newsletter. So if people are following you, you can send, an email out through eBay, and stuff like that. And other things I've spoke about before, selling baseball cards. Always think about customer service. If you know this guy likes Pirates and you have a bunch of Pirate card commons, throw them in there. What's it? What are you throwing away? 20 cents, 30 cents? Put that stuff in there. People appreciate it. People like it. Throw a business card in there. Hey, I'm buying and selling on Instagram. I'm buying and selling. Maybe even create a website for people to go to. It's really cheap now. But put yourself out there. That's all I got, guys. Flick Chat. Hit me up on Flick Chat. FLICK Chat. That's where I'm going to be. I also have everything else. Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. But Flick Chat is where I'm putting most of my effort because I'm having a much better time with regards to conversations, going back and forth, sharing things. Just much easier. Also have my website where I post articles. I have some of my podcasts. I have to update my thing. It's it's pretty far behind. But svacardcollectors.com. Hit me up over there as well. Sign up and I'll send you updates on my articles, my podcasts, things like that. All right, guys, you know what to do. Buy cards and go broke, people. Later.